Well, hello and welcome to our online mentorship session this evening. I always look forward to today and to this program as much as I believe that you also look forward to it with eagerness and anticipation because it's really a time where we get to unpack a lot of things at a very relaxed state, but we get to learn a lot of wisdom and learn about things that connects to our lives, personal development, growth, leadership, and just almost every aspect of our human endeavor. In fact, if I was to give another name for this show, I'll call it life science, because everything we discuss is about our lives and how we can become better persons. And we're just going strategically from one subject to the other, seeing that we are versatile in our approach and seeing that every part of your life is heavily impacted so that you can become greatly efficient and you can dispose of virtues and values that helps you become outstanding and helps you become a model in society and an agent of change to your world. So I welcome every one of us again. It's good to see us again. We weren't able to stream last week, but we're here right now. And so my apologies that we missed the session last week. And I believe that from the comfort of your homes, from your offices, and maybe as you drive on the way, wherever you are, that the next few minutes will be redefining moments as we discuss heavy matters, important matters that will really be life-changing, transformative, educative, as well as informative to you. So I welcome you to our online mentorship session again. You know the drill. For those of you who are returning viewers, please hit the like button straight and begin to share. Hit the like button immediately and begin to share. I want to share the link of this broadcast right now with your friends, your family members, your colleagues, your neighbors. As a matter of fact, gather everybody around you, get them to start watching on their device right now, because there's a lot that we are going to experience as we discuss on the subject that we'll be talking about, and it's going to be a great blessing to every one of us. So welcome once again. It's 25 minutes past the hour of 7 p.m., of course, Nigerian time. This time varies for those of us following from different time zones. And I'm so glad that you are here. So hit the like button and begin to share, whether you're watching by YouTube or Facebook. And then when you are done with that, please meet me at the comment section, the live chat section, and let's engage. Let me know what your thoughts are about the program. And as we discuss, if you have a question or maybe a point hits you that your heart resonates with, please do well to share that on the live chat session. Okay, it's interactive. I want to know how the show impacts you every minute of it. So please do that and we will proceed right away. So greetings to every one of us once again. And I'm ready as much as we are ready. I thought I saw somebody said good morning, sir. Okay, he said good evening, sir. I was wondering if it was from another time zone. Yeah. Facebook, we have Chloe says good evening, daddy. Yes, good evening, Chloe. Chloe, let me know where you are following from. Christiana says life rebranding session. That's our opinion to that, and that's lovely. So just Let's keep the live chat session or section engaged as we proceed. So make sure you call your friends, alert them in whatever way possible. Let them know we are live, and let them know that we don't have all day to discuss this very important subject, and we are going straight into it. Don't forget to hit the like button and to share the link of this broadcast. If this is your first time watching on Facebook or YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook, please be a part of our social community by following the page. And if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe, because there are many more contents that will really bless you on this platform. Let's say the word of prayer, and then we proceed right into the show tonight. Father, thank you for this broadcast right now, and we pray that we will receive your wisdom. We will learn things that will shape our values and our morals and help us to be highly intelligent and wise, both now and in the days ahead. We humble our hearts to receive, and help us as we think about the things we hear, that we are transformed by the things that we have heard. In Jesus' name, amen and amen. All right. We're discussing today relationships to avoid in 2026. Of course, as we approach the end of the year, we are already in the 10th month, which is about to wrap up. And 2 more months after this to end the year. I feel that it's important that we begin to have a forecast into the next year. You know, many of us entered this year with great aspirations, with great resolutions and things we wanted to do. And for some of us, we were able to do these things. For some of us, we weren't able to do these things. Elijah James says, "Good evening, Apostle, watching from Lagos." Good evening, Elijah. Thank you so much for being a part of this show. And I want you to know that what sponsors the fulfillment of your goals in life are the values that you are able to either discover about yourself, your values that you discover, or that you cultivate. You need to have the right attitude. You need to have the right character and the right approach. These are the things that helps for the fulfillment of your various goals as far as life is concerned. All right, you need to be working by effective principles, so that the things that you plan to do, you are able to do them. I always tell people that your thoughts give birth to your words give birth to your actions become habits, your habits become your character, and your character is what shapes your destiny. So the things we discuss are already the seeds of transformation that will impact your destiny, and so that you can think about these things again and again, and then be able to build the right values that will help you achieve what you want to achieve and become what you have intended to become. And I want you to know another thing, that as we approach the end of this year into the next year, 2026, it will be another year filled with opportunities. It will also be another year filled with adversities. It's just going to be a cycle of many things, just like you have seen in this year. Dibal says, "Good evening, Apostle." Dibal from the United Kingdom, Exeter, I believe. Or did you travel from Exeter? Greetings to you, Dibal. So how do you take advantage of the opportunities that will stream forth in the coming year, how do you live at the cutting edge? How do you make sure that you don't repeat mistakes that you made this year or in the past years? These are some of the things we'll talk about. It is also important to know that your relationships are key to whatever you will become or whatever you will achieve. You know, as they say, that no man is an island of his own. One way or the other, it's our relationships that helps us in our becoming or in our achieving. The Bible says, yes, Apostle, watching from Exeter, United Kingdom. Whether it's your relationship with time, your relationship with information, with knowledge, your relationship with people, your relationship with resources, your relationship with yourself, your relationship with reality, with facts. It is your relationships that will either make or mar you, that will either exalt or debase you. You know, they always say, show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are. And the Holy Book says, he that walks in the company of the wise will be wise, but the companion of fools will be destroyed. So your relationships are important. I feel that many people are stagnated sometimes because of the kind of relationships they keep. And I feel that many people who are successful because of the kinds of relationship they have built or have kept over the years. That's why it's a normal thing in society, almost everywhere you go, to see the rich relating with the rich and the poor relating with the poor. As a matter of fact, it's only under umbrellas like religion where you find a mix. And it depends on the kind of religion. Because in some religions, or many religions, you still find that social stratification, or will I put social segregation? Because people have this mindset that who you walk with, your companions, your company determines your destiny. Having said that, I believe I want to share with you the kinds of relationships that you should avoid in the year that we are going to enter. Kinds of relationships that you should avoid. We have about 75 days to end this year. And it's important that we begin to start sharing these things right now. In the next broadcast, I'll talk to you about the relationships that you must build, relationships that you should keep and protect, which are very, very important. So, that being said, let's unpack this right away, because I know that a lot of us are really anticipating to know which these are. By relationships, we're talking about people, different kinds of people existing in your life or around your social space. And I pray that you are not like any of these kinds of people we are going to talk about. Otherwise, you will need to be avoided by somebody who wants to be serious about achieving great things in 2026 and becoming who they intend to become, becoming successful. So, relationships to avoid in 2026. I'm going to give you about 12 of them. Let's see if we can take all 12 tonight. Number 1, avoid distractors. Avoid distractors. There are people whose position in your life become obvious distractions to you from achieving your goal or your accomplishments. These people should be avoided. There are people that as long as they are planted or positioned in your life, it will be difficult for you to achieve certain things. It will be difficult for you to maintain unbroken focus. It will be difficult for you to streamline your gaze with these people around you. And that they are distractors means sometimes they can be time wasters. Yes, because you see, destiny and success is pursued within a lifetime, within a season of your life, within a season where certain opportunities are prevalent or are existing. And if you don't pursue destiny, if you don't pursue success when the parameters are right, or when the opportunities are there, the resources are there, within that lifespan, you would have wasted that moment and it will become difficult to get it back. In fact, there are opportunities that we refer to as opportunities of a lifetime. Sometimes those opportunities come once, and if you don't take advantage of it or make good use of it, you may never get it again. Distractors. You need to avoid distractors. Some distractors are only given to fun. They are never given to anything serious. When was the last time they spoke to you about reading a book? When was the last time they talked to you about the new information that surfaced online or that is existing somewhere? When was the last time they challenged your innovation and your ability to innovate? Distractors. You need to find a way to get rid of them. It becomes also difficult when they have some form of strong ties with you. For instance, maybe you are dating one, or you are married to one, or you have as a bosom friend one. Sometimes I feel we should really define when we say, we call it in Gen Z, they call it bestie, best friends, and all of that. I have nothing against that. But personally, I allow time to help me scrutinize my relationships so that the people I refer to as besties or best friends are people who reflect my values and my morals. Some of us have people who are in themselves huge distractions. You can't keep those people around you if you are ready to take advantage of the coming year and the opportunities that it presents. Distractors. If you are dating a distractor, I think you need to reevaluate your relationship. Anybody that doesn't challenge your growth, anybody that doesn't challenge your ability to innovate, that doesn't challenge your advancement, you need to beware of them. They are distractors. They are distractors. Let me read a portion of scripture for you. Proverbs chapter. Oh, maybe I'll read that much later. So avoid distractors. Distractors are people who have no regard for time. Distractors are people who don't have focus on anything. Distractors are people who don't carry a mindset of an achiever. Distractors are people who believe anything goes. But you don't have all time on earth. And there's very little you can do at a given time. So get rid of distractors. Number 2, avoid gossipers or tale bearers. And make sure you are not one. A gossiper is not just somebody who goes about telling on others. Excuse me. A gossiper is also someone who cannot keep secrets. There are people who find it difficult to keep a secret. You can't entrust anything with them. You tell them something, it is heard somewhere. Almost as if they are excited about telling people things. And let me tell you something about gossipers or talebearers. If they are coming to gossip somebody with you, they definitely are gossiping you with somebody else. Gossipers or talebearers, you need to beware of these people. If you want to succeed and lead in 2026, you need to avoid them. I want to read two portions from the Holy Bible, and I want you to listen to this because they're remarkable facts. It says, "He who goes about as a talebearer reveals secrets. Therefore, do not associate with one who flatters with his lips." That's what they use to induce you and get information from you, flattering you with lips. You want to avoid gossipers and talebearers. Oh, there's more. In Proverbs 25, verse 9 to 10, it says, "Debate your case with your neighbor and do not disclose the secret to another, lest he who hears it expose your shame and your reputation be ruined." I want to read it in the Message Bible so you have better understanding. It says, "In the heat of an argument, don't betray confidences. Word is short to get around and no one will trust you." We need people that we can trust. We need people that can keep our secrets. We need confidence around us. You know, information is now a new capital in our world today. The world now thrives on information because of the speed and modernization of connectivity. So informations are vital. One information can ruin the reputation of an individual. And in our world now where we have social media and the internet, which does not forget, once it gets out there, it gets out there. You have to be careful what you tell people about yourself, no matter how excited you are. I think there's a portion of the Bible that says, you know, when you are too excited, don't say anything. And when you are sad, don't say anything. So avoid gossipers. Many of you have paid supreme prices. Many of you have suffered in the hands of gossipers. It's time to move on and be free. Avoid them. Avoid them. And if they come to you with the discussion of somebody, they want you to complete their chain of gossip and begin another one. Because what you say, they will take to another person and say, you said this. So I think silence is the best way to respond to such issues. So avoid gossipers and talebearers. Number 3, avoid what I call pessimists or toxic people. Now, I tried to look for the word, and these were the two nearest words I could get. We're talking about people of negativity, people who see and say negative or negative things in everything. We call them pessimists, toxic people. They only talk about the negative side of things. They only focus on the negative side of things. Everybody can be optimistic about something, but they are pessimists. And they're proud of it. That's the thing. They are proud of it most times. You know, toxic people. You go out with them, they will always, and you have a good day, they will complain to you that the weather was bad. You go to a restaurant to eat, before you even sit down to eat, they have made about 10 complaints or 10 reasons they would have given to you why you shouldn't eat in that restaurant. You talk about something with them, something negative must come out. And you see, I'm listing these things so that we can avoid these people and so that we can evaluate ourselves to be sure that we are not like these. Because, with all due respect and to say the truth, in all sincerity, There are some of us who are being avoided by our friends, who are being avoided by people around us. And you've never cared to ask why they are avoiding you. I hope it's not because you are a pessimist or a toxic person, only focusing on negativity, never positive about anything, always radiating negative energy. Sometimes they could be your colleagues. Sometimes they could even be business partners. Look for a better business partner. Worst of all, when they are your spouse. If you are dating one, you may need to think of calling off the relationship. Because how can you get far? How can you achieve a great and a glorious future with someone who is always negative about everything? Sooner or later, you'll find that your own confidence in yourself is beginning to diminish because you are relating with negative people. Avoid them. Number 4. Let me know if this discussion is getting more interesting. I said that 12. We're just at number 4. Number 4, takers. 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 Joy said, always complaining. Yes, so if you're like me who doesn't like complain, find a way to get rid of them or avoid them. Elizabeth said, gossips and tale bearers, they derive joy and happiness in bearing exclusive information of people. The same way pessimists or toxic people also derive joy in spoiling the joy of others. They like it when we are all not happy. And they can put up an attitude when everybody is fine and happy and dandy. Avoid them. Number 4, takers. Have you been around people who you can almost not remember when last they contributed anything to anybody or to you? Have you been around those people? Takers. They are always in need and they are always sure to come to you. Ranging from financial or material resources to even emotions. Always taking, including your time, and never contributing anything. Dibal says, how can this avoidance be implemented peacefully? Please remind me of that question. That will be the last thing we'll talk about before we close. So avoid takers. Most times takers are greedy or selfish people. They always think about themselves. Only them. Only themselves. They will come to you, they need this. Come to you, they need that. Come to you, they need this. Come to you, they need that. They never contribute. They never see themselves as people who can't contribute anything. At some point, everybody was designed to be a resource to another person. In fact, in the words of Jesus Christ, he said it is more blessed to give than to receive. And it is because we all give. That's the reason. That's the reason for the cycle or the flow of life. We give out carbon dioxide as air, respiratorily. Plants take it in and they give out oxygen, and we take oxygen in. It is because every organism is giving. That's why there's a flow of life. If every one of us decide only to take and not give, there's going to be the flow of life will stop. Avoid takers. Sometimes they monitor when you've been paid a salary, or when you hit a business deal, or maybe you were sharing your testimony somewhere of what God did. You didn't know you were providing them with information of how they can come and take. It's time for us to get rid of those people in our life. If you want to achieve and succeed in 2026, you need to get rid of the takers. Go sit down, look at your accounts, look at your bank statement, and you will see how much financial resources came through your hands. And then go and check where they went to. Check the consistent channels that you deposited in. I hope you will not find takers. For Africans who live abroad, many of them have family members who are takers. Most people in Africa believe that once you are living abroad, you have a tree in your house where money grows on that tree. And of course, if there was a tree like that where money grows on the tree, not everybody will have the tree. And as a matter of fact, you may never go there and find money, because every time a leaf, which is money, grows out, the owner of the tree will come to pluck it to avoid thieves from coming to steal. Valuable things are not displayed, in the open. Sometimes it's a crime to build a career because people want to take advantage of you. Takers. You want to avoid them. Avoid takers. Whether they are family members, whether they are friends, avoid them. Avoid them. Avoid them. Look for people who find joy in giving, in contributing. You can build an effective social ecosystem with those kinds of people. Avoid takers. Even if that taker is your pastor, avoid. Some religious centers, some churches have become takers. Take. You are not getting quality information by which you are growing and being transformed. Avoid takers. Somebody say monitoring spirit. Yes, so monitor the monitoring spirit. Learn to say no. 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 It's not a bad word. It's a word. It's an English word. No. 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 Sometimes push them to the next month's budget. Some of us even go into debt trying to service takers. Somebody who never gives and only takes is not a wise investment plan for you. Avoid them. And if you are dating a taker, please run for your life. Because that's the formula for misery. Avoid takers. Number, what now? Immoral or lustful people. You may want to think about these sets of people. Immoral or lustful people. In 2026, do you want to have them around your life? Immoral or lustful people. Because of modernization, westernization, a lot of things are gradually creeping in and compromising our once conservative cultures. Some cultures are liberal, some are conservative. But an immoral person is an immoral person. Now, it's something about being immoral. It's also one of the ways by which resources can be wasted. Somebody who is lustful or immoral, who follows the people of the opposite sex, and now we even have of the same sex. It's a channel that exploits the wastefulness of your resources. Number one. Number two, you are at risk of a lot of diseases at play in our world today. Number three, it gives you a poor reputation. Number four, it compromises your identity, your values, your morals. There are a lot of people who, simply because they allowed immoral people into their social space, now they have two families. They have a wife here with children, and they also have another lady somewhere with children. And vice versa. There are women like that. When you engage in sexual activities with a person, you are entering into a bond with that person. A soul bond, a soul tie. means that everything that person is in their soul, you will become. And most of the times, immoral people don't get to screen the people that they engage in immoral activities with. And when you keep habits like going to club to hang out and all of that, and I'm not going to say whether there's something wrong with that or not. I'm not going to force my values on you. But those are just opportunities where you get to meet with these kinds of people. Relationships that can cause a lot of harm than good. Let me read something for you. Avoid immoral people. Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law a light, reproofs of instruction are the way of life, to keep you from the evil woman, from the flattering tongue of a seductress. It says, do not lust after her beauty in your heart, nor let her allure you with her eyelids. For by means of a harlot, a man is reduced to a crust of bread. Look at that. And an adulteress will prey upon his precious life. Can a man take fire to his bosom and his clothes not be burned? Can one walk on hot coals and his feet not be seared? So is he who goes into his neighbor's wife. Whoever touches her shall not be innocent. Verse 32 says, whoever commits adultery with a woman lacks understanding. He who does so destroys his own soul. His own soul. His own soul. Because when you bond with somebody sexually, there's a bond between your soul and theirs. And it's written here. You destroy your own soul. You have to beware of soul ties. One chapter before, that's chapter 5 now. Look at this. Verse 2, it says that you may preserve discretion and your lips may keep knowledge. For the lips of an immoral woman drip honey, and her mouth is smoother than oil. But in the end she is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death, her steps lay hold of hell. Lest you ponder her path of life, her ways are unstable, you do not know them. Therefore hear me now, my children, and do not depart from the words of my mouth. Remove your way far from her, and do not go near the door of her house. Lest you give your honor to others, and your years to the cruel one. Lest aliens be filled with your wealth, and your labors go to the house of a foreigner. Immorality is expensive. Immorality and immoral people, do your best to avoid them. It will plunge you to a life of wasted resources. A lot of people who are meant to be millionaires but are not millionaires because of immoral habits, immoral activities. There are people who are meant to be billionaires who are millionaires. I mean, think of it. P. Diddy, the popular celebrity, is in jail now. All of that was due to immoral and lustful relationships he kept around him. Many great people in history have been ruined by that. R. Kelly is in jail now. Avoid them. And there's a story about a young lady in the Bible called Dinah. First time she left her home to visit the ladies within the town, and she was abused sexually. Immorality can make you make mistakes that you may never recover from for life. Mistakes with scars that may never heal. Avoid them. Especially when you begin to build a career and you begin to build a business and grow in your net worth, grow financially, you will need to avoid these kinds of people. Numbers, what now? 6, avoid wasters. Wasters. Avoid wasters. Always spending. Never saving. Avoid wasters. They open a bottle of water, they will not finish it. They'll keep it. Open another bottle later. Wasters. Avoid wasters. except you want your resources to be wasted. Wasters of time, wasters of resources. Avoid wasters. Number 7, avoid ungrateful people. Let's see our Facebook page and look at the interactions there. Avoid ungrateful people. What are they doing around your life? Run from them. Anybody that cannot be thankful, anybody that is not appreciative of your person, of your role in their lives, it is because they don't see your value, your worth. They don't see what you are doing. And here you are doing a lot to please them. You can never please an ungrateful person. You can never. Avoid them. Avoid ungrateful people. Number what now? 8, avoid entitled people. These are like twins. Ungrateful and entitled people. They are twins. An entitled person feels that you and all that you have belongs to him. An entitled person feels that you are successful because of them, or you are successful for their comfort. When you struggled to become who you are, or to have whatever you have, they were not there to give any support. But now they feel that they should have some form of ownership, especially among African families. Now let me talk to the young men. Listen, in my opinion, this may sound too conservative or extreme, but in my opinion, if you're a young man and you are dating a woman, you are not yet married, that person is not your spouse, you are not primarily responsible for their upkeep. You are not. They have a father. They are adults. They should learn to walk. Don't make anybody's sense of entitlement drain you. Many of us have gone through this year drained by entitled relationships. People who you shouldn't have wasted your time or your life for. You did because you were trying to be loyal to a friendship, or you were trying to keep them around. Listen, there are people, you can't keep people around you. You can only keep people who resonate with your values, your morals, your principles. Relationships are like magnets. They can either attract or repel. So stop wasting your time trying to keep certain people who will not be kept. Entitled people. Sometimes your boss can be an entitled person. Simply because they are employing you, they want to own your life. Never. With all due respect. When it is office hours, make sure you are doing your job and doing your duty, and dispose it to the best of your ability. But once office hours are over, that's the end. And it's so funny how that employers who pay less demand more. See, let me talk to people. The same way you sign a contract to work in a place without pressure, the same way you can resign and leave. Many people are working in places where they have entitled employers, and they are draining their life, draining their time. They come back home with the office laptop and they are working all through the night, and yet they don't pay you for your value. You go outside and people doing what you are doing are earning more than you. No, sir. It's better you retire, you resign for your mental health than stay there because of money and just keep dying. Avoid entitled people. Some employees too are also entitled. Yeah. Some apprentice. Some friends can be entitled. Run from them. Let me read something from you. From the Holy Bible, Proverbs 25 verse 6 to 7. Proverbs 25 verse 6 to 7. Hear this. It says, do not exalt yourself in the presence of the king, and do not stand in the place of the great. For it is better that he say to you, come up here, than that you should be put lower in the presence of the prince, whom your eyes have seen. That's an example of an entitled person. Look at it in Message Bible. He says, don't walk yourself into the spotlight. Don't push your way into the place of prominence. It's better to be promoted to a place of honor than face humiliation by being demoted. Entitled people always feel it's their right, it's their position. You want to succeed and live long in 2026, avoid them. Number 10, avoid lazy and complacent people. Avoid lazy and complacent people. People who are not productive. People who are complacent about their life. When they are supposed to take the bull by the horn, they are just comfortable with sitting down. Don't date a complacent person. Their willingness not to advance or progress will forestall and hinder your own advancement. Let me say it again. If you date a complacent individual or you marry one, their unwillingness to succeed and to advance in life will stall your own determined efforts to advance. Always be around people who are ready to advance, who are ready to grow, who are ready to learn, who are ready to improve. When you come around them, you find something new, you hear something new. Run away from lazy people. And the thing is with lazy people is they demand much. In fact, most times a lazy person can be entitled. I want to read something to you. 2 Thessalonians, right? 2 Thessalonians 3 verse 6 to 10. Verse 6 and verse 10 to 12. In Message translation, our orders, backed up by the Master Jesus, are to refuse to have anything to do with those among you who are lazy and refuse to walk the way we taught you. Don't permit them to freeload on the rest. Verse 10 to 12. He says, don't you remember the rule we had when we lived with you? If you don't walk, you don't eat. And now we are getting reports that a bunch of lazy good-for-nothings are taking advantage of you. Meaning they were not doing anything, but they were preying on the resources generated by others. It says this must not be tolerated. We command them to get to work immediately. No excuses, no arguments, and earn their own keep. A lazy person doesn't know value. They don't know worth because they don't earn anything. Run from them. Make sure you find something to do about your life, about your growth, about your development, about your resources. Find something to do. Even if you don't generate enough, you will understand the wisdom of value. You will understand the wisdom of worth. Avoid lazy or complacent people. As an employer, look for hardworking people. As a businessman, look for hardworking people that can work for you. Hardworking contractors. Number 11, avoid attention seekers. Oh, am I 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Number 10, avoid attention seekers. They will not do anything. They just need your time. They want to see you, want you to text them, want you to call them always. And if you don't do it, it's a sin against them and against God. And then they don't care to know how busy you can be. They don't care to know that sometimes you spend your time trying to be productive. Attention seekers. They live on the attention of others. Now, of course, every one of us wants to be seen and heard. But when that becomes extreme, it's now a problem. Attention seekers. Attention seekers are also people who any moment they have with you is captured and posted online. They have no privacy. They look for endorsement. They look for, what's the word now? Approval. There's another word, a V word. What What's that word now? It's a V word. That's what they look for. Attention seekers. Validation. Thank you, sir. Validation. Validation. You didn't post my birthday online. You didn't post my picture. Am I not your girlfriend? Am I not your boyfriend? Run. Run with a V6 engine. V6. You know V6? Take off. Run. Somebody said most Nigerians fall into this category. Entitled people. Run from attention seekers. No. Live a life that sometimes allows you to be conservative. Nothing wrong if people know things about you. But sometimes just have your own space. Sometimes be private. Sometimes you don't need the validation of people. Fulfillment doesn't come from human endorsement. No. Fulfillment comes from the conviction that you know you are doing what you were meant to do. You are solving a problem. You are adding value. You are contributing to society, regardless of how significant or insignificant your position is. Run from attention seekers. And finally, number 11. Okay, I'll keep number 12 for another day. Number 11. Emotional sponges or suckers. Emotional sponges or suckers. Have you seen those kind of people? They like emotional succor. You know what a sponge is? It sucks. It absorbs. Every time they are around you, they want to suck from your emotions. They can even blackmail you emotionally until they get what they want from you. And it's sad that many people have taken this route to manipulate close relationships around them. Listen, you don't need to manipulate people. One of the connecting force of every relationship is love and respect. And if people love or respect you, there are things that they will be able to do. Most times, allow people's contribution to your life to come from a state of willingness. Some people don't have control on themselves. Some people tend to be emotional about everything in life. And so they look for emotional succor everywhere. They become emotional suckers, emotional sponges. You know that kinds of plants they call suckers. Yeah. They live off on the nutritional value or the nutrients of another plant. You may want to avoid these 11 relationships. I'll give you the 12th one next week. Number 1, distractors or time wasters. Number 2, gossipers or talebearers. Number 3, pessimists or toxic people. People of negativity. They see negativity in everything. Number 4, takers. Greedy or selfish people. Number 5, immoral or lustful people. Number 6, wasters. Number 7, ungrateful. Number 8, entitled. Number 9, lazy or complacent people. Number 10, attention seekers. Number 11, emotional sponges or suckers. So you can take advantage of the opportunities that await you in the coming year and be the best that you can be. Become an ever-evolving version of yourself. Avoid these ones. And make sure you take and do an introspection of your life. Do a re-evaluation of yourself. And make sure you are not falling in any of these categories. Wow. Think we can shut it down here now. Let me see. Oh yeah, the question, how do you avoid them? One of the ways to avoid people, relationships that you know did, starve the communication. One of the easiest ways to avoid relationships you don't need, starve communication. Communication is the connecting force, right? Starve it. From frequent communications, reduce it. Make it as rare as possible. And don't offer any explanation for that. And once communication is starved in a relationship, it's headed for death. Any other question? Let's see our Facebook. Is it safe to say most pessimists are mediocres? Some of them are. Some pessimists are mediocres. In fact, most are. Most are. And you don't want to hang around mediocres because they will never allow you to succeed in anything, because they don't plan to succeed in anything. And I told us that relationships are the currency of destiny. Dorcas, I saw a name like that. Dorcas Ehi. Please, Dorcas, let us know where you are following from. That name is strange. All right, I don't think we have any question. Somebody say, Lord, deliver me from takers. Deliver yourself. Deliver yourself from takers and from every of this. Wow, what a wonderful time. No questions, no comments. Please take time to go through this session again. Watch it again and again. Think about it, reflect on it. You want to succeed and evolve into superior versions of yourself in the coming year. And as you take this introspection and think about these things, reflecting on them strongly, you can even start that exercise right now. All right? Relationship is reciprocal, and you want to be around people who respect you, who love you, who value you, and who respect your opinions, your principles, your values, your morals, and who are there to contribute to your success and your advancement. Thank you so much. It's been an amazing time. In the next session, we are going to discuss about relationships to cultivate, to build, and to keep in the coming year. See how far we can go with that. Thank you so much. We may not have a session next week, so that will be the week after now. But I believe that this online mentorship session is really highly impactful to you. Make sure you tell somebody about it, and make sure you go back again to watch these sessions. From myself and the team in the studio, it's bye for now, and have an amazing weekend, free from these relationships. God bless you.